In 2020, we lived for about $100 a week per adult while living aboard Forevermore, believe it or not, including plenty of rum and wine. How is that possible? Well, first off, there was 4 of us, 3 adults and 1 kid. So that's that. But living on a sailboat allows you to live a very self-sustainable, eco-friendly, energy-efficient lifestyle, which turns out to be quite cheap. And here's how we do it. Power! We use power to get around. We do have a motor, but we love to sail, so the wind is our main source of power.
So here's a 5-gallon diesel. Actually, I have 2 of those, and the tanks fixing the boat. I have 55-gallon diesel total, which is for my motor, which would give me 110 hours of motor, which I would never do unless I would lose my mass or something.
On average, we use about 15 gallons of diesel per month. Forevermore spends roughly $65 per month in diesel fuel. The average Canadian with a standard vehicle can easily spend $200 per month in fuel. A sports fishing boat will spend $300 to $500 in fuel per hour. Energy. We are completely self-sufficient in terms of electricity. We have solar panels for the sunny days. We also have a wind generator for days like this one. We've installed LED lights everywhere on the boat to limit our usage. Actually, the main electricity consumption on the boat is the refrigerator at all times and the autopilot and chart plotter while at sea.
So our main electricity is here. First, you can see here my current load. I have right now 15 amps of solar power, 19 amps according to the sun of solar power coming in. We have 600 watt of solar. Here I have my windmill, how much I'm charging. Right now 0 because my batteries are full. Flashing means I'm full already at 14.13 volt. And here this is consumption side. Consumption side, my battery is at 14 volts. We're actually using 3.5 amperes right now on 12 volts because we're charging Alexia's computer. And then otherwise when we're using the fridge, we're taking a little bit more. But we always have an eye on the boat on these, because you never want to have your batteries lower than 80% if you want to have them to have a long life. And so we're always keeping an eye on consumption versus how much we're charging on the boat. And with my fully charged batteries, we can run a computer for a few hours in the evening, we can run the fridge the whole night. That's pretty much what we can do, keeping our batteries always over 80%. So actually one interesting thing is that I spent a lot of time on the boat. So when I bought my computer, I was looking at a computer that was very light for travel, but also all these very light computers usually also have a very light power consumption. So it's basically a 65 watt charger, which is basically 5 amperes at 12 volts for my lab.
And I got an iMac because I can make great videos with it.
And it doesn't take much power neither.
There you go. Forevermore currently consumes about 45 kilowatts hour of electricity per month. The average Canadian household roughly consumes over 900 kilowatts hour per month. Water! Water is very important. Did I really just say that, Captain Obvious? Our V-berth hides an 80-gallon tank. Water that is used for cleaning the boat, the dishes, and ourselves. We also carry 17 gallons of drinking water with us that we refill when needed. So what's happening here?
Filling our drinking water in a water tank. And when I fill the drinking water, the best tools are a syringe and some bleach.
A syringe.
Because water is very important. You need water to drink, right? And water in the container will go bad if it's not moving constantly. Or what you can do, you can add a little bit of bleach. There's certain amounts that are safe. And using one of those, you can calculate the right amount to put in each of our container of water, so our water doesn't go bad and we don't get sick while we're at sea far away and don't have water, fresh water for like 3 weeks at a time.
And there are many ways to save on water. Like using salt water as much as we can. So first I always pre-rinse everything with salt water so we don't use too much clean water. So we have a pretty simple toilet head which we call in a boat, doesn't use any fresh water, doesn't use any power. It's only saltwater ran, and it's manual, it's a hand pump. So it doesn't break, there's no power consumption, only sometimes it blocks, and then we have to empty it, and that's the fun part. Believe it or not, with the 2 of us on board, our 17 gallons of drinking water give us over 3 weeks autonomy. And during long travels, we can also drink water from our storage tank, which increase our autonomy to 6 weeks and over. Of course, we don't take hot showers, but, you know, we manage. Food. First, let me say we are very far from starving. Well, we fish on a regular basis. While sailing and while diving. As you can see, Hugo does most of the fishing, but I do a great deal on the eating. Our boat is also stocked with food. Here's where it all goes. Let me show you where it's all hidden. So right here, we got 2 compartments for cans, vegetables, fish, drinks, soups, all, sorted by type. And we have also right here, this is where we put all the liquids. The milk, which is non-fresh milk, UHT milk, and all the cans, so like soda cans, juices, beers, because this used to be an old water tank, so there's no leak. So when the cans leak, because it happens, then it stays in that little area. Also, on top of our bed, we have also another storage that contains a bunch of cans, about 40 liters of margarita.
On top of our bed?
On top of our bed, that's a lie. Also, right behind our bed, between our bed and the water tank, we have another storage compartment that holds a lot of cans, lots of liters of margarita. We can carry a lot of Coke with us. We can carry a lot of soda cans with us. And let me take you to the other side. So, on the boat we have a fridge and a freezer, and they're both very, very big.
For a boat.
Yeah, for a boat our size. And the great thing about such a huge freezer is that we can keep meats and fresh and frozen vegetables. I've done this one many times over. So we can keep meat and frozen vegetables, which is humongously practical when we don't see a town for many weeks and our fresh vegetables go bad.
So one thing that takes a lot of practice, and I've learned through years in my childhood, is that that's fine. About the boat is that we have a propane oven.
Propane is very efficient because having an element with incredible amount of electricity. We can do it.
So we have a propane oven, and we are carrying on board 11 pounds propane bottles, and each bottle right now gives us 3 to 4 weeks. So we have about 3 months autonomy on propane just using the oven.
Trash. We actually don't produce much trash. Well, first off, because the lesser the better, obviously. And also because when they're full, we need to keep our garbage bags on board until we can dispose of them off board. And that does not happen that often. We keep most of the containers we get and cannot recycle to reuse them for storage later.
We throw away almost no food. We keep the fridge for stuff. See this garbage can here? See the size? Over here? That usually will take us about 3 weeks to fill, and it's usually filled by milk cartons and juice containers, and a little bit of the plastic wrappings and stuff we got. But that's about it.
Self-reliance. A very important part of living on a boat is the absolute necessity of self-reliance. You have to be able to fix everything yourself, and and deal with anything by yourself. You know, living on a boat also means picking up liquids that explodes in all your tanks all the time. That explode.
Well, you know, we store stuff and sometimes there's a can of milk that decides to go bad. And Alexia's about to puke because it's like rotten milk. Why say cheese? Like all over the bottom of her fluids thing.
So I was like, maybe the milk is not good anymore. So I tried it.
Right from the milk carton, right?
Yes, it's not good. I can't deal with milk on this boat anymore. From the mechanics, to the electricity, to the plumbing, to the boat maintenance, the education, the emotional support, so on and so forth. Needless to say that I'd probably die without Hugo. I think I found the perfect guy. This also means that you need everything to fix anything on board. You also need to be independent with things like laundry, self-grooming, and basic medical care.
We have some prescription drugs for different types of different events. Of course, a lot of latex glove. We have here 3 different scalpel. We have extra blades if you need to surgery for someone. We have some scissors, sewing kits for the skin, staple gun. If you're in a bad shape, we'll staple you down. Abdominal pad. Other types of anesthetic. We have some glue that is made for the skin, syringes, Ipafix, different types of drugs. So we have a pretty well stocked kit, EpiPen in case of allergies. So basically we have most of what we need up to going almost to surgery. But actually the most useful thing in this kit is the regular bleach, good old bleach. This
To keep our water out of the sails and keep our sailboat healthy. So we hope to never have to use this kit, but we have everything.
Oh, and you're also responsible for your own security when the weather goes crazy.
It's been a lot better than last night. All I have to say.
Now, the question is, wanna get your own boat? It is a lot of work, but trust me, it also allows you to travel almost everywhere. Meet an amazing cruising community and create stunning memories like this one, or this one, or that one. I've been asked, seriously, what is your life? Well, right now, this is it. Every day is a new adventure. And like we love to say, there's never a dull moment. Our next episode will testify for that, trust me. I won't say much more, but you should definitely stay tuned for another episode of Pirate Life Adventures.